Hey guys, this is Cam with the King Tut Productions video. Today we're going to go over the best international Christian dating sites. There's a lot of Christian men who are interested in international dating, well, women too. And so you want to know what's a good site, what to look for. So let's go over a few sites that I know of now. Just to be upfront, this is going to be a little bit biased towards the Philippines because that's just kind of what I know the most. So I want to give advice on things that I know something about. And of course, I actually have done some research on this as well because I want to make sure that I'm giving you good recommendations. So, the absolute number one vanguard of Christian dating sites, so international Christian dating sites, is going to be Christian Filipina. Why? Because they check every single profile for scammers. They have a scammer database. They have personalized matching system. So they will call you and they will help you find somebody, what you're looking for. I mean, it really takes the process on easy street, because one of the things that's important in international dating is watching out for romance scammers. And so this site just does a lot of that work for you. It just helps you. It basically is the shovel that digs through all the dirt for you so you can get to the gold a lot quicker. That being said, they're not the cheapest out there, but they're really not that expensive when you think about all you get. Like I said, the personalized matching service, the fact that it's just you get a higher quality service. They have thousands of testimonials of people who have found their love in the Philippines thanks to them. It's a really great site, and anyone that is interested in Asians or international dating is I definitely recommend Christian Filipina. Number two is Eharmony. They have a really good automated matching system, and what it's gonna do is to weed out scammers is the fact that both sides have to pay. So if both sides are paying, you're just more likely to get a professional woman, one with a stable job. Whereas if you go on maybe some of these other sites like maybe Filipino Cupid, which is good, but if you go on some of these other sites, you'll get maybe someone that's just has multiple kids with multiple men, is just looking for someone to take care of her, no education, things like that. But one of the biggest benefits is that both sides have to pay, but it's also the biggest drawback. Because remember, if we're talking internationally, like in the Philippines, we're talking about a country where the average income is $300 a month. So if you figure that, how many of those people are able to pay for a dating site subscription? So your matches will just be very limited, like the matches that can actually communicate with you. That being said, the ones that can, they're just way more likely to meet the criteria that most men looking into the Philippines to date want. So that's why eHarmony is really good. Next is going to be Christian Cafe. They do have an international presence. Now, one thing I do like about them a lot is you get a free trial. So normally it's 10 days. However, I can give you a link so you can get it for 17 days. And that includes messaging, but you don't have to put in a credit card. So that's one of the really good things. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying it out. I really don't like their sign up process. I think it's a little bit arduous. I understand they want people that are a little bit more serious, but just the questions, it's just very basic, and I don't really care for it. And then their database is just smaller. So you're just not going to get that same international presence as some of the large ones. Next is going to be Christian Mingle, and that is just because they are the world's largest Christian dating site. The thing about them that you need to understand, though, is that it's very easy to sign up for them because that's how they get that title. You can just import your data from Facebook and just answer a few questions. How often do you go to church? How important is God to you? Things like that, and boom, you get your profile. So you don't need to put much effort. And I personally don't like that because I know for me, like if I'm dating internationally, I want to go to a place and I want to make sure I'm getting people that put effort into their profiles. I want to make sure I get someone that's serious, not just someone that, oh, I'm bored and let me set up a profile and see if I can get someone to send me some money. Some of these other sites just require more effort. Oh, but Christian Mingle, like I said, they're okay. It is the world's largest Christian dating site, but there's no guarantee that anybody on there is going to actually be Christian. So I just don't, and there's no weeding. They don't do a good job of weeding out the scammers or anything like that. They don't promise any of that. It's just like, boom, you're accessing a database of profiles, a big chunk of which you won't be able to communicate with because they're not paying. So you want, for international sites, you want a site where only one person has to pay. That's going to be you, sorry. And so then that way you can communicate, because otherwise, if both sides are not paying, you wasted your time. So that's a big thing that's really important. That's why I like some of those. Another one is Filipino Cupid. It's not a Christian site. It's a little bit cheaper though than Christian Filipina. That's why I'm recommending it, just for only the sole reason of the price. Some people, price is a factor. Of course, I will say over and over again, Christian Filipina is my favorite, but Filipino Cupid is good if you just don't want to pay so much. You're not quite sure you're ready for marriage, whereas Christian Filipina is more, for a guy like, yes, I am ready to settle down with somebody. So those are my top sites. I'm going to go ahead and put links in the description below, and also go ahead and read my article on that. I will put a link, and then that's where you will get all the information, all the details on these sites, their pros, their cons, so you can make an informed decision. All right, thank you very much, and God bless.